out. Viacom. Consumer products.
Personal log, Envoy Bannock. Stardate 48987.7. My assignment on Denivia is at last complete. I suppose it went well enough, but then again, not much can go wrong when all you're asked to do is attend formal dinners and smile graciously. Still, the Denivian Treaty will be a great help to the Federation's interest in the Gamma Quadrant. I've been recalled to Deep Space Nine to assist Ambassador Carrig with a top priority assignment.
Approaching wormhole. Dropping out of warp.
Computer, continue 1/4 impulse. Carrig didn't give much background, but he did ask for me personally. Strange. I always got the feeling he didn't think much of my abilities. Who knows, maybe this will be the assignment that changes his mind about me. I just hope I can impress the great Carrig with my...
Computer, shields up. Evasive maneuvers. Damage report.
Disruptor hits. Reports nacelle damage.
Identify attacker.
Does not conform to any known configuration.
Cut impulse. Heading change 180 Mark 0. Full reverse impulse. Now. Computer, reverse angle on viewer. Where the hell is that wormhole?
The wormhole is approximately...
I see it. We're going to... Damn!
We're gonna dam?
Vertical stabilizers offline. Inertial dampers critical. Navigational shield failure imminent.
Reroute all available power to shields.
Wow, those are some pixelated pixels.
Now what?
We have entered an active plasma storm.
Will shields hold?
Course change recommended.
Computer, I need impulse control.
Control circuit non-operational. Unable to comply with request.
Great.
Unidentified craft. Course headed for a collision.
Deep Space Nine, this is Envoy Bannock. I have an emergency situation here.
Can you hear me? Craft. I've got the ship's transponder. It's the Orinoco Envoy Bannock ship. Looks like it's defeating from the plasma storm.
Envoy back. Let me read.
Yes, Deep Space Nine. I can read
His
you.
consciousness are out. Stable. He's completely out of control. And he's got a fractured plasma conduit. When any second.
Computer, create a containment field for the damaged plasma conduit.
Unable to comply with request.
Get a lock on the beam out there. Now.
Trying.
Belt and brace for impact. I have no idea what's going on. I guess we crashed. Kaboom. US. That's what happens when we let you wreck this. Hey, it's the name of the game. What? I'm gonna get so muted for this. As the computer. Yeah. Thanks for the 646 bucks. Cannon. 46 months in space. Space! Who's a Deep Space Nine fan? Who here is a Deep Space Nine fan? Whoa, there's a wormhole.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir. Faster would be better, Ensign. I can't, sir. We don't want to... That's enough. But, sir, stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through.
You're alive. Good. Odo to Cisco.
Go ahead.
I'm on board the Orinoco, Captain. The automatic safety systems have failed.
Envoy Bannock?
Appears uninjured. I'm initiating emergency shutdown procedures.
Hurry, Constable. You've got 8 minutes before the IPS overloads. I don't want any more fireworks today.
Neither do I, Captain. Odo out. Envoy, if you're able to stand, I could use your help. The damage from the storm must have fractured a plasma conduit. We've got to shut down the main power relay before it overloads and floods this compartment with radiation.
The damage to the ship? It wasn't the plasma storm.
Not the plasma storm? Then... whatever caused it, we've got to shut these systems down now.
How can I help you?
I think I can realign the plasma coil from here
I
if
did
you can
have to
repair
pick
the
a
damage to the
dialogue.
main propulsion grid.
That means start the timers.
How should I access the grid?
To your left, you'll see a panel marked Main Propulsion.
Left.
There should be an alert flashing. You'll need to get inside the panel to vent off the plasma and replace the damaged chips.
Okay, I'll find it.
Oh.
Warning. Uncontained plasma in conduit B.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Recommended action. Vent plasma.
Oh.
Plasma conduit sealed. Plasma injectors offline. Inertial dampeners operational. Plasma injectors offline.
What am I doing? Does anybody know what I'm doing? Because it looks like a sliding puzzle. But I don't know exactly how it's supposed to work.
Reactant injectors offline. Antimatter pod integrity at 100%.
What?
Plasma injectors offline.
What am I doing? Oh.
Incorrect systems.
Oh. Oh.
Monitoring systems offline. Monitoring systems back online.
Oh, I get it now.
Plasma injectors offline.
Why are they upside down?
Plasma injectors back online.
Is there supposed to be something here? And if so, what? This maybe? This?
Warp field coil operational. Antimatter pod integrity at 100%. Reactant injectors offline.
Oh, they go up there. I didn't even notice this one wasn't working.
Reactant injectors back online. Automatic safety systems back online. Shutdown completed.
Yay, I did it.
I did it! Shutdown completed.
Odo to Cisco. It seems your envoy knows his engineering systems. The Orinoco is out of danger.
Well done. I'll have the envoy beamed
I know my
directly to us.
engineering systems. I know my engineering systems like the back of my foot.
Envoy Bannock, welcome to Deep Space Nine. I'm Captain Benjamin Sisko, commander of the station. May I introduce my second-in-command, Major Kira Nerys, and my science officer, Lieutenant Jadzia Dax.
Envoy Bannock.
We almost lost you, Envoy. What exactly
Hey.
happened to you in the Orinoco?
Some ships attacked me on the far side of the wormhole.
Attacked you?
Major, go to yellow alert. Shields up, activate station defenses.
At once, Captain.
Envoy Bannock, could you identify the craft that attacked you?
I believe so.
Good. Take a look at what Lieutenant Dax has on her viewer.
We needn't rely entirely on the Envoy's memory, Captain. We can replay the Orinoco's logs, if they haven't been destroyed.
Good idea. Cisco to Odo. Constable, do you have the situation under control?
Yes, Captain. It won't fly anytime soon, but...
Are the ship logs intact? Lieutenant Dax would like to see them.
Yes, Captain. Did Envoy Bannock inform you his ship was attacked?
Yes, Constable. Can you confirm that?
Phased disruptors, Captain, intelligently aimed. The anti-proton residue is unmistakable. I'm sending what's left of the ship's records to you now.
Thank you, Constable. Cisco out. Envoy, this attack could have serious implications. Several heavily armed drone craft arrived with the aliens you and Ambassador Carrick must negotiate with. We need to be certain whether or not it was these craft that attacked the Orinoco. Please step over to join Lieutenant Dax.
Which aliens are these, Captain?
Pardon me, Envoy. Of course you haven't been briefed. The aliens call themselves the Scythians. It's a first contact situation. Ambassador Carrick can tell you more about them.
Captain, is Ambassador Carrick here on the station?
Yes, he's in his quarters, anxiously anticipating your arrival. I believe he needs assistance with the aliens.
Now I'll join Dax. Thanks, Captain. Lieutenant?
Yes, could you come around and have a look at this?
Of course.
I was trying to. Okay, moving in this game is kind of annoying.
Lieutenant, you have something to show me?
Yes, Envoy. This is the playback of the station log.
Those small ships look familiar.
Do they look like the craft that attacked the Orinoco?
I'd like to see the log again, to be sure.
Certainly, Envoy.
Yeah, they look like it.
Are those smaller craft the same kind that attacked you at the wormhole?
I'm almost positive that they are.
Captain, the Envoy believes he was attacked by the Scythian drones. We'll verify that from his ship logs. This is the log we retrieved from your ship's computer. Parts of the records are damaged.
Evasive maneuvers. Damage report.
Forecast damage.
Cut impulse. Heading 10. Full reverse impulse.
There! I'm beginning an analysis.
Let's get some answers, Lieutenant.
I don't understand. The drones here have been completely docile. They had every opportunity to strike during the evacuation.
Why do you think they attacked me?
We know the drones are unmanned, Envoy. They behave in predictable ways. Stimulus, response.
And the stimulus was?
The Orinoco probably violated their alert zone. Their response? They attacked. The match is positive, Captain. This drone is configured exactly the same as those now surrounding Deep Space Nine.
Are they a threat to the station?
I think it's time we found out. Major, contact Ambassador Carrick. We must have a serious talk with our Scythian friend.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, analyze the drone behavior further. Why are they here?
Impossible to tell. The plasma storm...
Captain Carrick is in his room, but he doesn't respond.
Envoy, if you could go to the habitat ring and rouse the ambassador.
Captain, elevated neutrino levels. Something's coming through the wormhole.
Envoy, belay that request. Lieutenant?
It's a drone. Unmanned, different. Sending out a signal.
Captain, the drones are responding. It's an attack formation.
Red alert. Phasers lock on. Dax, get me the Scythian ship.
Hailing. Captain, the Scythian leader.
Sir, our sensors indicate that your drones are taking up attack positions. What is the meaning of this?
Attack?
We will be forced to destroy the drones.
Captain, we can't lock on. The plasma storm.
Defend. Destroy.
You want us to destroy?
Hit a #1 shield.
Damn this storm. We're going to manual targeting.
Everybody take a station.
Bannock, you'll control Bank 5. Stand by.
Wait, is that me?
Acting talent!
With a weapons proficiency rating of 8.
Major, release Bank 5 to Bannock.
The bank is on manual targeting, Bannock. Releasing phasers to your control. Now!
What are you talking about?
Captain, near reactor 4.
I have them, Major.
Oh. Now look, I can shoot stuff.
Damage on Deck 5.
Warning, hull breach on level 3.
They've moved out of my sector.
Got him.
I can't get a visual.
Dax, the plasma.
Compensating for visual interference.
Oh, come on.
Captain, the drones are regrouping.
I got 2. I got a combat rating of 8. What do these buttons do?
Shields at 30%.
Am I bad at this, or?
Confinement shields up.
Shield
We're
failure
taking hits, Cap.
Activating Keteran force fields.
Can I save? Dude, this is janky. Well, apparently I failed. This game is jank. Well,
Kaboom!
Jankin. Okay, it auto-saved.
Captain, near reactor 4.
I have them, Major.
Damage on Deck 5.
Got him.
They've moved out of my sector.
Just gonna keep shooting, I guess.
I can't get a visual.
Dax, the plasma.
Compensating for visual interference.
Captain, the drones are regrouping.
Dude, your phasers suck. Why don't you have auto-targeting, man? Like, seriously. Whoa, I got that one.
Confinement shields up. We're taking hits, Cap.
Activating Keteran force fields.
Did I win yet?
Target's moving into your sector.
Dude, I am so shitty.
Under the habitat ring, bearing 111 Mark 4.
Oh my god, stop moving around so much! Jesus!
Only a few left.
Stabilize!
That's it.
Stabilize my
Stand
view,
down from battle.
man! Holy crap, dude! Did I win?
One moment, Envoy. Captain, we have a ruptured bulkhead on Deck 5.
Outer or inner bulkhead?
Outer. Structural damage, too.
I'll take this one, Major.
Certainly, Captain. Routing engineering control to you now.
Tell me, Envoy, your impressions of our enemy.
They were boring in from every side. No evasive tactics, no pattern attacks, no enfilade.
No self-preservation instinct.
Just attack, and to hell with surviving it.
They seem determined to destroy themselves, all right. But I thought their attack was confused.
Did their actions seem confused to you, Envoy?
Yes, the attack seemed scattered.
Yes, scattered. They didn't concentrate their fire. It doesn't make sense.
Major, do you mean they deliberately held their fire?
When we were fighting the Cardassians, sometimes we would attack an outpost, just to test its defenses, to plan our real attack.
I'll research it, analyze the patterns of attack. I think we may be onto something.
Good. In the meantime, the turbolifts, I'm not showing damage, but they're down all over the station. Could you?
Right away. Excuse me, Envoy.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like, absolutely no idea. What am I supposed to do now?
Envoy, we seem to be out of danger for the moment.
I want to get on with my assignment, Captain.
I'm not sure you realize the situation we're in, Envoy. The plasma storm effectively isolates us from Bajor, from Starfleet, and the rest of the galaxy. It's too hazardous for ships to enter, and subspace communications are completely blocked. In face of the storm, we evacuated almost everyone to Bajor, and sealed off most of the station. Now we've been attacked, and we really don't know by whom or why. In light of this, your mission takes on particular importance. You must help Ambassador Carrick open up lines of communication with the Scythians. We've got to determine their relationship to the drones. Are they enemies, or are we...
Captain, the drone that fled the station attack. It was recording data the whole time. Locations of our phaser banks, shield generators, our vulnerable spots.
Permission to pursue, Captain.
Permission denied, Major. We need the Defiant. Dax, I want you to analyze these drone activities. All of them. Right now, it's the only clue we have to their intentions. Major Kira, I want you to load a weapons sled onto one of the runabouts and prepare it for immediate deployment.
Right away, Captain. I'll use the Hudson. It's more maneuverable. I'll be finished here in a few minutes.
Now, Envoy, where were we?
We were talking about my assignment.
Yeah.
Yes. You understand the importance, don't you, Envoy? The Scythians are our best link to whoever or whatever has taken a dislike to our being here. We're depending on Ambassador Carrick to open that link, and the Ambassador is obviously depending on your help.
What are the details, Captain?
You'd best learn the details from the Ambassador.
Where are the Scythians now?
Their ship is moored at the end of Corridor A, Docking Bay 3. Security is watching them.
Where can I find Ambassador Carrick?
His quarters are in the habitat ring, cabin 6A. It shouldn't be hard to find. If you have any trouble, contact Odo, our chief of security.
Odo is the shapeshifter.
Changeling is a more diplomatic term, Bannock.
I'll leave now and report to Ambassador Carrick in his quarters.
Good, Dax. See if you can restore power to the turbolift. After all he's done for us, I'd rather not force Envoy Bannock to use the stairs.
I'm trying. Envoy, I can get you as far as the promenade. You'll have to walk from there.
Thank you, Envoy.
walking. Just teleport me, dude. Oh, there we go. How do I go straight? I seem to be able to turn, but not go straight. See, I can turn. I'm trying to go there. Okay, this is a little janky. I should look at a manual, but I can save, okay. Type a name. Jank. There we go. Done. Auto save prior to arcade. Yeah, okay. It does have the auto save. Okay, resume. How do I leave? How the heck do I leave? Jankin. Alright, I think I might have to pull out a manual. Like, this interface's jank is all get out. This is so jank. Oh, there we go. Oh my god.
Computer.
Okay.
Take me to the promenade.
Due to emergency security precautions, promenade access has been restricted. Areas currently available to access are Section 5, Levels 7 and 8. Please specify desired destination.
Promenade, Level 7, Section 5.
Wow, okay. I have no idea where I'm going, but alright. Well, there's some stairs. I guess I went up the stairs. Then I can go down the stairs. Ooh. Fancy schmancy. I can go backwards.
Hey, where these stairs go? They go up. That from your pay.
Who's that?
Envoy, I thought you were on your way to meet Ambassador Carrig.
I wondered if you could help me locate the ambassador's quarters.
Computer, what is the location of Ambassador Carrig?
Ambassador Carrig is in Visitor's Quarters 6A, in Habitat Ring A.
You'll find a directory conveniently located on each of the main corridor walls. Can I be of any further assistance?
I was wondering if there were any security issues I should be aware of.
As I understand it, we're trapped in the center of a violent plasma disruption, cut off from the Defiant and the rest of the Federation, and hosting a shipload of aliens who may be responsible for a full-scale attack on the station. Yes, I'd say we've got a few security issues. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to examine these passenger records.
Hey, he's basically saying, get out. That's what I get from that, at least. Get out. Is this like supposed to be a directory? Oh yeah,
Computer?
it is.
Access, station directory. I need to find a location.
Accessed.
State desired destination.
How can I get to the docking ring?
The docking ring is the outermost ring structure of Deep Space Nine. Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair.
I want to go to the
Temporary
habitat
access
ring.
is provided through Cargo Bay 4 off the habitat ring. Level 11, Section 6.
Where is everybody anyway?
Please restate your request.
Locate Ambassador Carrig.
Ambassador Carrig is located in Visitors Quarters 6A, in the habitat ring, Level 11, Section 6.
How can I get to Habitat Ring A?
The habitat ring is the intermediate ring structure of Deep Space Nine. Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair. Access through main corridors only.
Okay. And how do I get there?
Where are the visitors' quarters?
Visitors' quarters are located throughout the habitat ring.
What's my current location?
You are currently located on the lower promenade.
Okay. That's not very good info. Oh, so I want to go this way, I think.
Warning. You are attempting to enter an emergency containment field.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Oh, there we go.
Turbolifts to this area are currently under repair. Nearest operational turbolifts are located in the lower promenade.
Is this where I'm supposed to be?
It's raining tacos.
Is there a map? Maybe there's a map in the manual or something, because this sucks.
Computer? Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
This game is found it.
Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
I've already done that. No one answered.
By disregarding the entry chime, the occupant is demonstrating a desire to remain undisturbed. Visitors are requested to respect this request.
This is an emergency. Open the door.
Access denied. Guest privacy seal has been activated.
Computer, override the seal on Visitors Quarters 6A.
Please provide security access code.
Oh, great.
Incorrect code. Security access code is required to override
What?
guest
Hey,
privacy.
Brave Star.
Access denied.
Computer? Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
Computer, who can authorize access to Room 6A?
Emergency access can be authorized from main security or by utilizing the current security override code.
Thanks a lot.
Alright, gotta go back to auto, I guess. Where's he at? I just need to find him. I don't know where he is. I have a hard time navigating this place because it's kind of janky. He's close. He's definitely close. There he is. Odo.
What is it now, envoy?
Not Otto. Odo.
I've just come from the ambassador's quarters. Something's wrong. He's not answering the door.
Computer, what is the location of Ambassador Carrig?
Ambassador Carrig is in Visitors Quarters 6A in Habitat Ring A.
He's still there.
He could be in dormancy. It is possible.
Computer, activate guest summons in VQ6A. Security override Delta 65 Red. Audio.
Activating.
That ought to rouse His Excellency. The Cardassians who built this station didn't take kindly to being ignored. Their guest summons could get the attention of a hibernating Tiberian sloth cat.
There is no response to the guest summons.
That's odd.
I tried to get in and check on him, but the door was sealed. Something's wrong.
You may be right. I'll check the...
Kira to security.
Odo here.
Odo, we've had an incident on level 19.
What is it, Major?
Carlton and I are working on the shield generators. We were using one of those old Cardassian particle torches, welding a cracked bulkhead. He put it down for a second, and it was... gone.
Gone?
I mean gone. Vanished. And we're the only ones down here. We'd have seen anyone come through the maintenance conduit after us. Could someone have beamed it out of here?
I'll check the security logs.
It was right there.
Stay put, Major. I'll get back to you. It appears you'll have to see to the ambassador yourself, Envoy. I'm overriding the privacy seal on his quarters. The access code is Omega 738.
Omega 738.
Use it to let yourself in. I'll join you there as soon as I can.
Omega 738. Let's save. I mean, it's probably because maybe Bravestar doesn't have a whatever they call it, a thing to balance the volumes, because it is lower than usual. I'll turn it up a little bit. There, I turned it up. I wish I could get subtitles, but I can't. So, what's this button do? Oh. It goes through the save files. I typed Omega. Omerga. Okay. Omerga. Okay. Alright, let's go back. I don't know where that is exactly, but we'll figure it out. Well, it's not that way, apparently. But that's the power lift. So that's not what we want. Is this what we want right here? No. Hey, it's somebody. Who's this?
What do you mean he... What have you done?
We did nothing. The situation had already occurred before we arrived.
All I wanted was a simple exchange. Now you've made that impossible.
Someone else must have known about the items.
The deal is off. I can't be seen talking to you.
The deal is definitely off. We're leaving at our earliest opportunity. We suggest you do the same.
Excuse me.
Ambassador, Envoy, Bannock, you took me by surprise. I'm so glad you stopped in. I'm Quark, the owner of this establishment. What can I do for you today? A drink? A session in the holosuites?
Actually, I'm a little lost. Do you know how I can get to the habitat ring?
Habitat ring? Oh, well, that's quite a distance. Wouldn't you like a nice, refreshing drink first? Or perhaps a little holosuite diversion?
Nothing, thanks. I've got to catch up with the ambassador.
Wait, not yet. You must be exhausted from your journey. How about a plasma storm daiquiri made with real Saurian brandy?
How do you know my name? I'm sure we've never met.
The 194th rule of acquisition. It's always good business to know about new customers before they walk in your door.
Alright, bye.
Wait! What about that drink?
No, really, thanks. I've got to be going.
Wait, your drink, it's on the house.
On the house? Free? I thought Ferengis never gave anything away.
Where do people hear these despicable lies? Ferengi are the galaxy's most generous hosts. Ask anyone.
Yeah, ask me.
Not you. You're the help. Now, what can I get you? Wait! What about that drink?
I don't know. What does Ambassador Carrick usually order?
Carrick? How should I know? I mean, he never made it to the bar. Yet.
Oh, well then... What's the orange stuff over there?
Tranya? It's a little syrupy, but good. But why not treat yourself? Have a Star Drifter.
I better not. I'm on duty.
Come on, just a little one. On the house.
No, thanks, really.
All right. Then what would you like?
Me to leave.
Wait! What about that drink?
You mentioned something about holosuites?
The finest in the Alpha Quadrant. I can have them powered up and ready in microseconds. Interested?
I thought the station was on yellow alert. How could you possibly divert enough power to run a holosuite?
A Ferengi always has auxiliary power sources. Trust me.
Yeah, I can save.
We might not be able to get some of the more intricate programs running, but I'm sure there must be something you'd like to try.
Intricate programs.
Better not. The ambassador's waiting.
But it's a promotional offer. 1 free session to each plasma disturbance refugee. Be my guest. Computer, register 10 complimentary holosuite credits for customer Bannock.
Registered?
They're upstairs to the right. Take your time. Now, about that drink. Wait! What about that drink? Wait!
He won't let me leave.
Wait! What about that drink?
He won't let me leave. So, yeah.
What are the local specialties?
Our Star Drifters are the best in the quadrant. And today's special...
Your plasma storm daiquiri? Ugh. Get something tasty. Black hole. Or maybe a nice Ractagino to wake you up.
The Plasma Storm Daiquiri sounds good.
Just the thing to relax you after a long journey.
Am I gonna die?
Now, you're with the Tyrian delegation, aren't you?
Yes, I'm assisting Ambassador Carrick.
What an important person you must be. And what interesting aliens these Scythians are. Is it true that they come from the Gamma Quadrant?
Actually, I'm not allowed to discuss delegation business.
No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of getting you in trouble. But it is common knowledge that the Federation is opening trade negotiations with the Scythians. I'm sure I could be of some help. I have a lot of experience with Gamma Quadrant races.
Sorry, Quark, I don't think the Ambassador would approve. I've got to catch up with him now.
Wait! You haven't finished your drink.
Forget it, I'm late already. Thanks anyway.
P-Trains. Oh, finally I can leave. Whew! Man, I thought I was stuck there forever. I found the door. I think. Maybe? I thought I found the door. How in the hell am I supposed to navigate this place? Like, seriously. This is horrible. This is awful. This navigation is so bad. Okay, I remember this. It's so difficult to get around. think it's right here. Yeah, here it is. It is, but I can't figure out how to go straight and how to move. That's the problem. No, that's the elevator. Is this where I'm going? Is this where I'm going? No. There's a door. When doors don't look like doors.
Computer? Open the door to Habitat Room 6A.
Habitat Room 6A is inhabited. Visitors are requested to utilize the entry chime to request admission from the occupant.
Computer, override the seal on Visitors Quarters 6A. Access code Omega 738.
Access granted. Habitat Room 6A is open.
Thank you, computer.
I'm in. Save. In. Herring. Enter. Alright. Resume. Okay. So far. Well, what's this blob? Oh no, it's a blob! I think. That's fallen over too. Oh no.
Carrig.
Oh, he's the blob. Wait, he's a blob?
Don't move. And don't touch anything. What happened here, Envoy?
I just walked in. I think I found Ambassador Carrig, or what's left of him.
It's him, all right. Unless there was another Tyrian on board. Tyrian DNA particles. Not much left of his body structure. Whoever did this wasn't taking any chances. Odo to Cisco.
Go ahead, Constable.
I'm afraid our Scythian problem is more serious than we thought, Captain. Ambassador Carrig has been murdered.
Murdered? When did this happen?
From the looks of things, I'd say hours ago. I'm running a scan on the remains now.
Talk to me, Constable. What do we know? Suspects? Witnesses? Who found the body?
Envoy Bannock. He's here with me now. The body's at least 4 hours dead, Captain. I'll have to run a level 4 scan to learn more than that. But the plasma storm...
I'm aware of the sensor problems, Constable. But if you tell me that Carrick was killed after 1900 hours yesterday...
Then we've got a murderer on board. Major Kira?
Right. All ships at dock. Security lockdown.
Stop me.
Now.
I'll get you those answers, Captain.
Unless it is.
Odo out.
What kind of weapon could have done this?
I'm reading considerable neutron disruption. Looks like a molecular inhibitor. Haven't seen one of these for a while. Messy, but effective.
What did it do to him?
It's a type of disruptor weapon. It inhibits the cohesion of organic molecules.
I don't understand.
A directed burst causes complex compounds to break down.
He got blobbed.
The victim's cell structure just falls apart.
So he got blobbed?
The poor man. Was it painful?
I doubt it was a pleasant experience. But it would have been quick, at least. He couldn't have suffered long.
He was unarmed, on a mission of peace. Why would anyone want to kill him?
Oh, I'm sure any of the usual humanoid reasons would have sufficed. Jealousy, greed, revenge. Odo to Dax. Lieutenant, I'm feeding the tricorder readings directly into the main computer.
Got them. High levels of plasma disruption. Terrigen radiation again. That's strange.
Looks like traces of residual radiation on some of the personal effects, and a concentrated corrosive. The pad is thick with it.
Could be a data wipe.
Exactly. Someone wanted to cover their tracks. I'll route what's left of the pad data to Ops. Odo out. I'm always amazed at what humanoids consider motive for murder. You knew the ambassador. Did he have many enemies?
He was one of the most successful diplomats in the Corps, Mr. Odo. He had rivals all over the Federation, but none of them would resort to this.
No. Diplomatic adversaries usually attack with subspace communiques, not disruptors.
Yeah, that's true.
I doubt any of his enemies would resort to killing him, but look at this place. Someone's torn it apart. Maybe he was killed for something he had with him.
You may be right. But what could the ambassador have been carrying that would have been worth a man's life?
Cisco to Odo.
Odo here.
Constable, is the envoy still with you?
Yes, Captain. I believe we're through here.
Have him report to me in ops on the double. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir. You heard the Captain, Envoy. I'll see to it that Ambassador Carrick's remains are put in stasis. I'm sure your government will want to return them to his family.
But the murderer...
I'll want to interview you at length about this later, Envoy. But right now, Captain Cisco's requested your presence in ops. I suggest you don't keep him waiting.
Okay. How do I leave? Oh, I do that. Okay. I will go to ops if I can figure out how to get there. Which is kind of Whoa! Who are these people? Whoever they are, I can't talk to them. They weren't there before. I know that. Where's the elevator? I think it's right there. I think this is the elevator. Or is this the security office? That's the security office. That is not the elevator. And this elevator doesn't work, I don't think. Oh, there it is. I found it. Wait, what? Why did it open and close? What the heck?
Computer.
Ops.
Ops.
Shh. Ops. I'm back.
Captain, Ambassador Carrick has been murdered.
Yes, Envoy. This puts us in a serious situation.
Do we have any idea who murdered the ambassador?
We don't know who killed Carrick or why. We don't know if the killer got what he wanted or is still on the station, or whether or not this incident is linked with the Scythians.
I believe it is. It's got to be.
If so, we're going to need some explanations. We have to open communications with the Scythians. They may know something about the murder. They almost certainly know something about the drone attack.
Sir, Carrick was the only person on board who could communicate with the Scythians. Someone killed him to prevent that communication.
Very possibly. You'll have to watch your step, Envoy. Consider this. We may have a killer among us with a taste for diplomats. Don't lose sight of the main threat. Another deadlier drone attack. The clock is ticking, Envoy. Now, regarding Carrick's murder.
But Captain, Mr. Odo may prefer to handle this case on his own.
Cisco to Odo.
Odo here.
Constable, Bannock has volunteered to aid in your investigation.
Captain, I don't need any amateur...
Mr. Odo, did I mention I have some security training? Level 4, Anti-assassin procedures? Incident investigation?
Anti-assassin training? Level 4.
Yes, sir.
Envoy, I'm somewhat,
The captain's a little surprised, Bannock, but pleased, I'm sure. Unusual pursuits for a Tyrian.
Perhaps you could be of use, Bannock.
Whatever you say, Captain. He can begin by analyzing Carrick's log entries. Someone went to great trouble to obliterate them. They almost succeeded. Lieutenant Dax is trying to salvage them now.
Yes, Constable. Cisco out. You heard what Odo said? Good. If you're going to assist in security matters, you might need this. It's a standard issue Starfleet phaser, Bannock. You know how to use one, I take it?
Yes.
Good. Second, there is the matter of the Scythians.
What is the problem with the Scythians?
Communicating with them is the problem, Envoy. They challenge our notions of language and our patience.
Our notions of language? What do you mean, Captain?
You'll have to meet them, Envoy, and see for yourself.
Okay.
I'll do what I can, Captain.
Good. I'm appointing you acting ambassador in Carrick's place. You have full authority to negotiate with the Scythians. We're counting on you, Envoy. I mean, Ambassador. I'd like you to take a look at Ambassador Carrick's last report. Lieutenant Dax will make it available to you.
I'll route it to a monitor for you.
Finally, of course, there is the matter of the drones.
Any new developments in that situation?
Yes. The drones are beginning to come through the wormhole again, Bannock. A whole new design. Lieutenant Dax can give you the details. That's all.
Okay. Where's Dax at? How do I talk to you? Oh my god.
Envoy. Ambassador. Bannock, I'm sorry about what happened to Carrick.
Yes, it's a great loss for the Federation, and for Tyria.
Yes, I'm sure it is. You have something to discuss with me?
Yes, Captain Cisco mentioned something about the drones.
Yes, they're beginning to reappear. A new type of vessel, but the same pattern. One appears through the wormhole every 3 minutes or so.
The same pattern, you say? So...
They'll continue to build up their strike force, unit by unit, until a trigger vessel arrives. Then they'll attack all at once. If they're following the same programming sequence as the last ones did. Which seems to be the case so far.
Why don't we shoot them then?
When will they attack, do you think?
The big question. I can't say for sure, of course. But with a few educated guesses based on the latest data, matrixed with a calculated hunch, I'd say you have about an hour to coax some helpful facts out of our Scythian friends.
Am I stupid? Or if they're appearing every 3 minutes, shouldn't we just shoot them as they come in? Am I just dumb thinking that?
And if I do?
You might find a way to stop this useless war, Bannock.
And if I don't?
We'll need every able person to help defend the station in about an hour.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Wait, we're not... Wait, hang on. What? Wait, what? You told me you were gonna route something to a screen. I got more stuff to talk to you about.
More questions, Bannock?
Yeah.
The information Carrick had that someone tried to erase.
Tried to destroy, actually. Computer, have you finished analyzing data sample A?
Affirmative.
What are the chances for data recovery?
Complete recovery probability is 0.
Chances for partial recovery? Audio data only? Using a Trojan extrapolation matrix?
Probability unknown.
Ha! Computer, apply the Trojan matrix to data sample A. Computer, play the result.
Experience, even I. Sorting out the language barriers to full communication.
Aha!
That's Carrig, all right. During the Turget talks, I learned to recognize his distinctive cadences in a room full of shouting people.
Let's hear those distinctive cadences again. Computer?
Civilians, even I. Sorting out the language barriers to full communication.
He mentions sorting out the language barrier.
Yes. Carrig may help you negotiate with the Scythians after all. I'll run the matrix on all the data and call you when it's done.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
That it? Now what? Wow, I did basically nothing. Amazing. I'm good at doing nothing.
Let me review my assignment, Captain.
Yes, Ambassador. Go ahead.
I'm in charge of getting whatever information we can out of the Scythians.
That is your most urgent task, Bannock. The Scythian ship is out on the docking ring.
Was there anything else, Captain?
Yes, Bannock. Constable Odo wants you to assist Dax. She's trying to unscramble Carrick's computer files.
I'll see her, Captain. Thanks.
We already did that. We already did that. I didn't do anything to assist. I did absolutely nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. Oh, here we go.
Computer. Take me to the docking ring, Section 7.
Turbolifts to the docking ring are not currently functional. Access by main corridors only.
Promenade, Level 7, Section 5.
How do I get to the docking ring? My character puts the ass in assist. That sounds about right. What's this? I don't know. I can't go there. Let's just go backwards. The heck, what was that? I think there's an invisible person. I think there's somebody who has invisibility. I think there's somebody with invisibility who's walking around the ship. Doors are opening out of nowhere. Well, I need to figure out how to get to the docking area. Maybe I have to go through the upper promenade or something. I don't know. I want to talk to Odo. If I can find his damn office. I think it's right. It might be right here. No. Nope, that's not it. I came from. Wait, hang on. I'm confused now. Where does this go then? I can't go that way. Where is his office? What the heck? I'm so confused. You know, you badly need a map to your ship. Like, oh, here's his office right here. His office is right here, and it won't let me turn. Oh my god. Hey, look, there's somebody in here.
You have no proof of these accusations. I demand to speak to Captain Sisko.
Oh, you will, Quark. And you can explain to him why we have a dead Federation diplomat on our hands.
What's going on here, Mr. Odo?
I'm being unjustly detained because of his prejudice against my people.
I'm not prejudiced against your people, Quark. I'm prejudiced against you.
Envoy.
It's Ambassador now, Quark. A field promotion.
Ambassador. I had nothing to do with any killings. I've never met Ambassador Carrig.
But you knew he was negotiating with the Scythians. You told me yourself.
Everyone knows that! You can't go around arresting people just because they keep up with the latest rumors.
Oh, I'm not arresting you, Quark. I'm merely questioning you about your involvement in the murder of a Federation diplomat. When I arrest you, you'll know it.
I'm telling you, I'm not involved.
Then why were you so nervous when I met you earlier? Every time I mentioned Ambassador Carrig, you jumped.
Of course I'm nervous. Do you have any idea the amount of profit that this plasma storm is costing me? The promenade is deserted, I've got a back room full of rotting low-carb beans, and some obscure Bajoran labor law has me paying my Davo girl whether anyone spins a wheel or not. Not to mention the fact that this bucket of bolts we're in could collapse at any second under the disturbance. Oh boy, you bet I'm nervous.
So you've met. How nice. What else did you notice, Ambassador?
He was talking to someone over the view screen when I came in. Someone who seemed very upset.
That? Oh, that was just a customer of mine. A disgruntled one.
How could you tell?
Yeah.
You told him the deal was off. He had some sort of finned crest on his head.
Sounds like one of the Lycosians. Quark, you haven't been associating with the Lycosians from the Altair group, have you? Really?
What's the Altair group?
A bunch of petty mercenaries disbanded by the authorities on Altair 7. 2 Lycosians from the group were trapped on the station when the last transport failed. Well, well, well. What bad company you've been keeping, Quark.
Look, I'm a free citizen of the Ferengi Alliance. I've had enough of your accusations. If you have any evidence against me, which you don't, arrest me. Otherwise, let me get back to my bar.
You're right. I don't have any evidence. Yet. If I did, you and your Lycosian cronies would already be behind security fields. But I will soon enough. The computer's analyzing the trace scans I took of the Ambassador's quarters.
Scans?
It should be finished shortly. Once the results are compiled, we'll be able to pinpoint exactly who entered Carrig's room from their DNA pattern. Go back to your bar, and tell your Lycosian associates that it's only a matter of time before the computer finishes analyzing the genetic samples I took from Carrig's room. If there's even a molecule of Lycosian DNA, I'll have the proof I need to put them away, and hang a charge of accessory to murder around your greedy neck.
Well, I'm sure this will all be settled. I'll be on my way then.
You do that. Ambassador, have a look at this for a moment, won't you? Well, I think he got the point. If I know Quark, he's on his way to warn the Lycosians about the molecular scan.
I'd like to see what evidence you've been able to collect.
All I've got for certain right now is what the initial tricorder readings tell me. The murder weapon, the traces of Tarragon radiation, and the corrosive used on the Ambassador's pad. You've spoken to Lieutenant Dax about retrieving the data?
About Carrig's pad.
A standard Federation personal access display device. Or it was, until someone flash-scorched it with metamchlorinide. So you haven't seen its contents?
What's that?
No, I haven't.
So you're not interested in finding out what it was the killer wanted to destroy?
I didn't have...
Those records are our only link to Carrig's last few days. I suggest you make them a priority. I've been told you've got some training in security procedures. Interesting background considering your origins. Tyria has an unusually low crime rate for a planet its size.
It wasn't violence on my home planet that got me
where was I
interested in
supposed to
security
look
training.
at him?
Like you, Mr. Odo, I believe in being prepared.
Where would you like to begin?
Who are your suspects? You don't really think that Quark killed Carrig?
No. But I'd wager more than a spin of his Dabo wheel that he's involved somehow.
What about the Scythians? They clearly had the most connection to the ambassador.
That's true. What was your impression of them?
I was on my way to meet with the Scythian delegation. I'll be able to give you more information after I've opened communications with them, if I can.
I'll be very interested to hear what you learn from them. I've had a guard posted at their airlock door since they docked. I doubt they could have entered the station unobserved, unless they have abilities we're unaware of.
The Lycotians.
Of the beings remaining aboard the station, they're the likeliest suspects. They've certainly got the histories. Petty theft, fraud, extortion, but no record of murder. Yet.
What about the crew of the station? We can't rule them out as suspects.
If the killer is still aboard this station, and until I can prove otherwise, I have to assume he is. It could be any one of us. Except you. The initial scans show that the body had been decomposing for at least an hour before you docked.
Can you account for the whereabouts of the station crew?
The remaining station crew were all at their posts or otherwise accounted for from the time the last transport left. Except for Ensign Ktel. A Folian. He was molting.
And what if it turns out that the murder occurred before the station lockdown?
Then the killer may have escaped during the evacuation, in which case he's loose on Bajor. I can't warn the Bajoran authorities until the plasma storm dissipates. For now, we've got to assume that he or she is still on the station.
What about the last transport, the one that didn't make it off the station in time?
That's where I think we'll find our answers. Let's take a look at the passenger list. There were only 5 passengers aboard, mostly people who put off leaving till the last opportunity. Lieutenant Mret was the pilot. He's monitoring shield grids. Hasn't been out of the lower core since the transport docked. Here are the passenger records. Johnny Tharon.
Who is she?
She's a Dabo girl in Quark's bar.
Does she have a security record?
I had to pull her in once on assault, but she was out the next morning. The victim didn't want to press charges.
What happened?
Apparently she had a misunderstanding with the captain of a Ferengi research vessel. Friend of Quark's, I think. Something about her fare to the Gamma Quadrant. She nearly had one of his lobes off by the time I arrived.
Who's next?
Rasmus Selin.
Who's she?
A Vedic from Bajor's Dartenin province. She doesn't have any kind of security record, except for her official release documents from the Cardassian labor camps.
Okay, what's the next one?
Quark.
Why do you think he booked passage on the very last transport out?
He's a Ferengi ambassador. That bar of his is his primary legal source of profit. He'd keep it open as long as there was one potential customer and a single strip of latinum left on the station. Besides, it probably took him hours to secure all his precious possessions.
Let's see the next one.
Kimry Renat, a Lycotian. He was a weapons expert for a second-rate criminal consortium on Altair. I've been keeping an eye on him and his partner Priyet Ning since they came on board.
That's the one I saw talking to Quark on the view screen in the bar.
That makes sense. Renat spent a small fortune in the bar, but Quark's never so much as made eye contact with him. That usually means he's disguising a covert business arrangement.
I haven't come in contact with this species before.
Lycotians divide themselves up into clans based on minor interspecies differences. physical size, local dialects. A distinction as insignificant as skin color will set them at each other's throats.
Must be an immature culture.
These two are from southern Lycos. That blue coloring is a regional characteristic. The other clan was northern, similar but larger and with red skin. I broke up a confrontation between the two outside quarks. After that, they studiously avoided one another. The Northerners booked passage on an earlier evacuation shuttle. That's all of them. Until we get the scans back, we can't rule any of them out. Just how well did you know the Ambassador, Mr. Bannock?
Not well enough to know who might have had this kind of grudge against him.
I see.
What'll the tricorder scans tell us?
The molecular scans record residual skin and exoskeleton cells. The computer should be able to tell us the species, even the identity, of every being that entered the Ambassador's quarters in the last 48 hours.
That's nice.
When will the computer be finished analyzing the scans of the Ambassador's quarters?
Not for an hour, at least. We're on emergency power, so the computer's slower than usual. Of course, it's in emergency situations that we really need the computer's speed.
Were you able to determine if anything had been stolen from the Ambassador's quarters?
Not positively, but security records show that when Carrick boarded, he invoked diplomatic privilege.
What for exactly?
According to the officer's log, the Ambassador was very insistent that we not scan a particular piece of his luggage. I have visual reference on the container, a small silver case, but it wasn't among the contents of his quarters.
Was there something about this particular piece that made you want to scan it?
Not really. We routinely scan arriving traffic for weapons, incendiary devices, contraband. This station is on the outskirts of Federation Space, Ambassador. You'd be amazed at what people try to bring in and out of here.
So you think the killer might have stolen it?
Very likely. Do you have any idea what it might have contained?
It could have been something classified. Something he couldn't even trust station security with.
Especially not once he'd discovered that the station's chief of security is a changeling.
I didn't mean...
But it's true nonetheless. Carrig was returning from the Gamma Quadrant. If he had come across an item that could help the Federation fight the Dominion, the last thing he'd want to do is turn it over to a member of the same species as the Dominion's founders.
But if he had trusted you with it, he may never have been killed for it.
You may be right. If your theory's right, when we find whatever was in that case, we'll find the killer. Only problem is, how will we know when we've found it? What do you know about the Ambassador's mission in the Gamma Quadrant?
He and I were part of the same delegation. The Federation was hoping we'd be able to make contact with aliens in the Gamma Quadrant that aren't tied to the Dominion.
Be careful what you wish for. It might come true.
What?
It's an old Earth saying our Chief of Engineering taught me. Go on. What else can you tell me?
Not much. When our delegation arrived at DS9 last month, he met immediately with Captain Sisko. The rest of us reported to our assigned ships for departure. After that, I didn't hear from him until I got his coded rendezvous order.
What did it say, exactly?
It was very terse. Need your aid immediately at Station Deep Space 9 in Alpha Quadrant. I changed course right away. What about the way he was killed? That's got to tell us something about the murderer.
Yes, the murder weapon. Molecular inhibitors aren't your average sidearm. The only one I've ever seen belonged to a dead Caraxian who had an accident in our local tailor's shop.
Have there been any Caraxians on the station recently?
Not since the incident in Garrick's shop. They seem to be avoiding the station, or perhaps our tailor ever since. But an inhibitor could be just as deadly in anyone's hands.
So it's a Caraxian weapon?
Not necessarily. Molecular inhibitors are used on Bajor as an ore processing device. They were one of the Cardassians' more effective tools.
Can't you just run a station scan to find the weapon?
Not effectively. It's just a device like any other. Until it's discharged, it doesn't give off any distinct signature. Unfortunately, it only discharges on contact with a victim's body.
It's only dangerous if it touches you?
But don't underestimate the threat. A Klingon Diktag can be just as deadly as a phaser in the right hands.
Okay.
Where could the Terragan radiation have come from?
It could be an effect of the plasma disturbance. Lieutenant Dax has been picking up stray traces of it since the storm set in. That's all for now. I'll keep you apprised if the situation changes.
Thank you, Constable.
And Bannock, keep your eyes open. I don't want 2 dead diplomats on my hands.
All right. Well, thanks for that. How do I move? How do I? There we go. God.
Computer?
I guess I need to look at the log or something. I need to look at a log that was on a video monitor that I missed.
Computer. Ops.
I need to go to the upper promenade. I was told to look at some sort of thing. It was on a monitor somewhere, but I don't know where that monitor is. Maybe here. Maybe here. Forward. I can't use that. I can't use that. I can't do it. Ah! I can't even talk to you. There's a monitor there, but I can't look at it. Like, Odo was like, yeah, oh, you don't want to look at the thing? Like, I don't know where the thing is. The navigation in this game is kind of awful. It's pretty bad. The game itself, like the dialogues and stuff are good, but the moving is very difficult. I don't know where this monitor is. Maybe up here? But I can't get up there. So I don't know where it is. I can look at the captain's butt, apparently. Wait. I've never been up here before. Apparently I can get up here. But still, nothing on the monitors. I don't know. I don't know where this datapad thing is that I'm supposed to look at. I have absolutely no idea. I can't talk to her anymore, so... Wait a second. Oh, this is backwards. I thought it was down, but it's backwards. It's going back. We can go in a circle. Look at us going in a circle. No, that was not what I meant to do. Yes, I meant to do that. Well,
computer.
I don't know.
Promenade, level 8, section 5.
Guess we'll go to the upper promenade then. I've never been here before. What the heck? What's this? Where am I? Where am I? Where
Computer,
am I?
list available holosuite programs.
Voice identification. Bannock, Tyrion delegation. Complimentary credit verified. There are 2 holoprograms currently available at your credit level. Intercept at Kinsara 4. Panhelios 18, Depredator ambush.
Perfect. A little combat training.
No, I don't want to do combat training. Screw that. What's this? What's this? Where? Oh, that's the elevator I left on. So all that's here is holodeck? The only thing up here is holodeck? Okay. I guess. Okay. Well, alright. My God. What the hell was that? Man, I do not miss these days. Who's this?
Baloshima karma bunarek pulsha kahipanut dide nakava nipano dabana elda sharet.
Excuse me.
Balo bolikpa Ozoroshima kama shinarek ozorokashim haban rishe kama bilmana sharet sharet sharet.
I'm sorry?
Voices.
Are you all right?
They are here with us now.
Who's here? Who are you talking about?
All around us, as if they had never left.
I don't understand.
Never shriven, never prayed over.
Look, I'm Bannock. I'm with the Tyrion delegation. Maybe I can help you. What's your name?
Names. There are so many, so many names.
Your name. What's your name? I'm Bannock.
I'm Rasmus. Vedic Rasmus of Dartanan. Of Terek Nor. It is the rising, Bannock. The spirits of Terek Nor surround us.
Okay.
Terek Nor? Isn't that an old name for this station?
Yes, the Cardassian name. Terek Nor. Terror, pain, death. The spirits remember.
What do you mean, spirits?
Borhas, the spirits of Terek Nor that can find no rest. The rising is their awakening.
I'm not sure what you mean. What's the rising?
It is the moment of reckoning, when the dead must be laid to rest. Terek Nor is full of these spirits. I must pray for them, All of them, before the dark cloud passes.
Do you mean the plasma storm?
The storm is only part of the prophecy. It is the cloud about the temple gates that heralds the coming of the Harbinger.
Oh, that's the name of the game. It's called Harbinger.
What makes you think this is going on?
I've heard them. Spirit voices arguing in empty corridors. Footsteps from the past. Doors opening and closing just as the prophecy foretold.
Why would a space station be haunted?
There were thousands of us here. Slaves under the Cardassians. Beaten, starved. When one of us fell under the strain, a Cardassian overseer kicked the body aside and called for a replacement.
Taking a break soon.
There was no time for prayer.
The Cardassians never let you pray over your dead?
It was forbidden. We are a religious people, Bannock. When we depart this life, our spirits seek solace. The solace that only the Bajoran death chant can provide. I believe it is that ritual that guides our souls to the next phase. The Borjas of Terek Nor were denied these chants.
Don't you
now,
mute me.
at the Rising,
Regulus.
they are doomed to walk the paths of the living.
But what if those incidents aren't supernatural? Exactly what did you see?
The Borjas have their secrets. I will keep theirs as they have kept mine.
But...
Forgive me, my prayers must continue.
Hey, I'm trying to talk to you. Hey, there's a hallway up here. I can't go through it though. Okay, well, alright, I think it's time to pause and take a break. I have no idea. I might look to see if I can find a manual for this game too, so I'm going to save.